So, let us have a little looky-loo at this battery named Ansmann. This was originally developed in Hong Kong by Portapower in like 2008. And one of the most common e-bike batteries in Europe. There are like hundreds of brands using them. In Sweden there are like at least 5 different brands using this kind of battery case. They also have a 24-volt version. But this one actually says Ansmann on the side, which is a big, large German battery company. I don't know how much they are related to the e-bike industry. I think they have some operation there, but most likely they work mostly with other stuff. And they have their own charger. It's made in China, but I've never seen this type of charger before, at least this charging case. So that's pretty unique. It's made in China and they're using 58.8 volts, which is very confusing because that is for 14S batteries, but they're using volt amps. So that's called watts, you know, Ansmann. It's called watts. That's just confusing. And they're also using a slow charger, 1.4 amps. It should be 2 amps. But in the original version of this case, they were using 1.35 amp charger. So maybe that's why. They have this sticker over here. Recharge every 3 months, especially if you leave this light on. And they also added this on-off function for people that are colorblind or totally blind, that do not see the green light turn on. Yeah, and they have their own label. This might have been made in the Portapower factory for them, because this looks really much like the original with the printing and the coding. So most likely this is made by Portapower for Ansmann. So, and they use the original Portapower BMS. So this is most likely made by Portapower, but it's a little, it's yanked out of the plate holding it in place. So it's more like this. Otherwise, this is a totally original Portapower battery from Ansmann. Strange thing is that they're using 22F, so most likely Ansmann wanted something else, but at the cheapest capacity. 2.25 amp hours. So this was not as interesting as I would have hoped. And they have translated this to German, because many people in Germany does not understand English. So it's very important to have German instructions there. We're also having the 2 other pins here connected. I have still not figured out what these 2 pins do. I usually don't even connect them when using the original BMS, because it doesn't seem to have any function. Off. It's showing 3 volt both in the on and off position. Is this battery alive? I don't know yet. Yeah, it's fully charged. So I don't think this one have any. They might become some kind of smart function that you can read with some kind of device you can get from Portapower. They don't have any function for the e-bike. And I got a complaint that they do not show how to repair these batteries. That's because you most likely cannot repair this battery unless you have a professional spot welder, access to good cells and everything like that. You should not attempt to do this yourself. This is for other repair firms that have never seen this battery case before, or maybe never received an Ansmann battery case before, so they know what it looks like inside. If a customer asks, can you repair this, then you have this video, you can check everything how it looks. And if you ever worked with a Portapower battery, you know that the Ansmann ENR 18 is identical to any Portapower battery, and they have this smart function. So if you're Portapower, if you use Portapower and have their accessories to check the data of the board, I think this is they're not writing smart over here, but that's probably because it's Ansmann's label. But they have a smart function. I think these are the 2 extra pins connected over here. But we can work with them. We treat them as Portapower batteries, same price list. But they're kind of strange seeing them in Sweden since they're only sold in Germany. No problem for us. And look at this. I think they're called Farad rings or something like that. That's when the charger fail. The CE certification, because they have too much interference. Then you add a Farad ring. And here they had to add a large farad ring to correct the mistake in the charger that was not EU compatible. So that's everything I can tell you about. My employees opened this one up, but they have these triangular screws. So everything original Portapower, just different labels, and another cell selection by Ansmann. No problem, we will fix this for you.